Hello. Hello. Hey guys, how's it going? Um, just trying to walk around this. Make sure you guys can see me and hear me clearly. Can we see me? Can we hear me? Where's the chat? I think there's a chat box here. Yeah. So just let me know if you can see me and you can hear me properly. I'm gonna share my screen in a bit just to make sure everything is working properly. Hey, look who this is. How you doing, bro? Dolakwa Alphan, how you doing? You good? Great. So we can hear me, we can see me. Let me see. Let me try and share my screen. Hey, Olumide is here. How's it going? Can we see my screen? Let me go presenter mode. Great. How's it going, bro? Can we see my screen? Yes, no, maybe. Okay, Olumide says you can see my screen. Nice. I just want to make sure everybody else can see my screen. Okay, Jid. I like that name, Jid. I need to know more about that. Gossip Crib with the law. Let me see if I can. Let me show this name. Like, I'm loving this name, Gossip Crib with the law. I need to know more about this, your name, I beg. But yeah, since we can see my screen, all right. All right, let me just jump right into this. I know data is quite expensive these days, so let me just get to the meat. Okay, chill. I think you can see my screen, but you can't see me. So let me pop up on the screen. Yeah, there you go. All right. So yeah, audio is good. You can see my screen. So let's start with agenda, right? Most of us joined this call because we want to learn about digital marketing and e-commerce, right? This is something I've been doing for quite some time. I've made some money. I will call it spade a spade. And I've been able to make money in naira, in USD, in pound, in euro. I'm trying to think of one dirham. See, I've had some customers from the UAE buy stuff that I sell or sold in the past. Um, I think the only one that what do they spend in Russia? I think I had something. I had someone buy something from Russia. What did he spend in Russia? What do you call it? I know Poland is zloty. I don't know what Russia is. I can't remember what it was. But to be fair, it was a Nigerian that was living in Russia. So the boy still sends me naira. But yeah, what we're looking at today is, digital marketing as a skill. I had a video that I put up on my social media one time where I spoke about the future of digital marketing. And that person said, oh, digital marketing is a skill, but can also be a business, which is true. But it is first a skill, right? So that's what we're focusing on. Types of digital marketing and which one fits your personality. I honestly believe that we are all digital marketers. That's just it. Because we live in such a digitally led era. So, for example, now you have scenarios where you know how our parents always send us something on WhatsApp about one news or the other. That is exactly some form of digital marketing where your parents are almost influencers. Same way you see something, you put it on your WhatsApp status that your friend is selling. You are also, a digital marketer at that point. You don't charge for it. I'm hoping you don't charge for it. But that's some form of digital marketing. Um, I know Dolakwa has a media house. So, somebody that does photography and videography, obviously you need to know how to market your stuff online, right? Um, so yeah. Now, how do you find success in digital marketing? Like I said, I've already been able to make money from everywhere in the world. It's a bold statement that I can actually provide facts to stand and I certify that it's facts. But then we have that challenge where because we are maybe living in Nigeria or in a certain African or third world country, it might be a bit difficult to transition success to other parts of the world. So it could be, how can I leverage digital marketing even on an international scale? We're going to look at that. I have a lot of acronym frameworks that I use, and that's because if you and I, because I think some of us we've had conversations before. If you and I can, if we ever get to see each other and have a one-to-one talk, I try to make a lot of big things as simple as possible, because that's how the world is. The world is not complex. I think a lot of us in this industry try to use big words, buzzwords, and all of that. But I try to make everything as simple as possible so that you know what your next step is. And that's the plan here. Whatever you learn today is something that from once this live session ends, you can't seem to connect, but you're here. So how does that work? Winner, you say you can't seem to connect, but I can see your response or your comments. So I'm not sure. We are here. There's no other special place we're going to. This is where we are. We're live on YouTube at the moment. Um, but yeah, so that's what we're looking at here. Then we go to e-commerce as a business. E-commerce as a business is something that we are all doing one way or the other, you know, and it's here to stay. One of the reasons why I started pursuing digital marketing and e-commerce way back in 2016, 2015, while I was still doing my first degree, was because I'd already looked at it from the standpoint where whether we like it or not, as human beings, we are going to transition online. It's almost how we move from horses to cars, or we move from horses to buses, things like that. Inevitably, we are all going to move online. We are all going to be shopping online, and at the moment, we have some form of blessing as a disguise, because when you come from a third world country, there are a lot of things that are harder to achieve. There are a lot of things that are harder to accomplish. There are a lot of things that are harder to do, and because it's harder to do, it's easier to grow and grow fast. So this is actually the perfect time to jump into this e-commerce train. This is the perfect time to begin to build that building block. You know, one thing I tell some of my friends at work is the way digital is, it's data driven. So once you start, will this session be available afterwards? It depends. I'm honestly thinking about it. If I'm in a good mood, nah, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I'm 99% sure that I would post it. I'll post it back on my page. So if you are not subscribed, just subscribe. You know what? Let me even put it here so that all of you will quickly subscribe. Wait first. Chill first. You see, this is some form of technology is just moving. You know, when I first started this whole podcasting, we just used to record our audio and submit it. But now look at where we are. Let me go back to the comments. All right. So yeah, where was I? So I was talking about how this is the perfect time to get into the e-commerce space. You know, again, with frameworks, we're looking at PDP and the APC framework. We're also looking at what I call the e-commerce business success model. Then there's some questions and answers that you guys sent over that I'm going to talk about. So let me know where you guys are joining from. Let me start from there. Where are we joining from? What's the one key takeaway you want from this masterclass? You know, that's the benefit of joining these things live is I'm able to respond to your direct requests. That's the whole point of joining live sessions, and I think that's one thing that I wanted to do as a live program. So let me know where you're joining from. Are you joining from Nigeria, Lagos? Are you joining from Ibadan? Are you joining from the UK? Oh, Anambra. Nice, nice, nice. Have I been to Anambra? I've been to Anambra now. Yeah, but I think it was in Nugu that I actually spent a lot of time. And then one key takeaway that you want from this masterclass. Give me one key takeaway you want from this masterclass. Ikorodu boy. UK. Wow. We're global, guys. We're global. We're international. Yeah, so just give me one key takeaway. One key takeaway that you want from this masterclass as it pertains to digital marketing and e-commerce. One key takeaway. Sean says he's from Ogun. David says he's Lagos, Nigeria. This David looks like a fine boy. Let me show you on the screen. Up here. If you are single, sorry. Let me show you on the screen. Where is he? You're running away. Okay, no, it's here. Yeah, so David says he's in Lagos. Shagun says he's in Nigeria. There's nobody that wants any key takeaways. Wow. Okay, cool. That means, okay, there we go. So to advance my digital marketing skill from a managerial position, I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. I want to learn the basis of how to apply it to my business effectively. Okay. Yeah, I think you run a service-based business. So I think I touch a bit on that. Scaling up educationally. Do I go for a degree in digital marketing or an online course? And if so, what platform? Perfect. I think I have something that touches based on that. Dipo says Lagos. I love it. I think Dipo has a blog. Dipo, that's the Dipo that I think it is. You have a sports blog or something, right? Please just confirm in the chat. Let me know one key takeaway that we want to take from this session. I'm joining from Nigeria. Okay, my takeaway is successful. I need to show this. Successful international e-commerce business here in Nigeria. So you want the business to be international, but you want to base it in Nigeria. Makes sense. I need to understand the fundamental of digital marketing. I hear you, bro. I hear you. I want to know more about e-commerce. Bless. You're in the right place. You want to learn how to navigate basic digital analytics tools. Nice one. All right, cool. I think we are on a good space here. Let's go. So let's first start with defining what digital marketing is. So digital marketing is a very simple definition. Like I said earlier, I'm not going to make anything too complex. I want to make it as simple to understand so that immediately after this live class, you begin to put things into place. So the process of promoting products and services across online channels, that's typically what digital marketing is. You have a product or a service and you promote it on an online channel. So when I say online channel, give me examples of online channels that you use at the moment. What online channels do you use at the moment? Trying to make this as, what's the word I'm looking for here? I'm trying to make this as we participate with each other. Let me put it like that. I was about to say it in Yoruba. But yeah, type an example of an online channel that you use or you know of in the chat. I'll go first. Things like social media. Exactly. We use social media. Email, right? As much as the email culture is not very big in Nigeria, my own personal opinion and my own personal research, we have WhatsApp. WhatsApp is more of a marketing or messaging channel, but there's that. You want to learn how to, okay, Esther Essential wants to learn how to use digital marketing to promote our business. I like this, social media, blogs and articles. Yeah, blogs and articles. It sound I like in my own ear, but okay. Email. Yeah, as much as our high bounce rates with emails. But yep, you're right. Okay, so now that we know what digital marketing is, who is this person that is teaching you digital marketing? Why do I have the audacity to say that I want to do a masterclass? Who am I? So I'm just going to talk about the key highlights here. I've been in the marketing space since 2017, and that's officially. I started my first business, I think, at the age of 12, 13. Just like what's her name, Hilda Bachi. I also have a Guinness World Record, but this is something I did while I was working as an account manager. So we had a Guinness World Record event that we helped to achieve for Dano Milk. I say Arla, but I think we know Dano Milk, but the brand the company itself is called Arla, right? And the world record that we broke or we achieved is called the longest single pouring relay. So it was achieved on World Milk Day, which is June 1st. I think this was 2020, 2020. No, between 2020 and 2021, I'm sure. Can't remember when. But yeah, in terms of online sales revenue, I have generated over 7 billion naira. Again, when you hear 7 billion naira, I think, again, just because of some form of exposure, you hear 7 billion naira and you think it's a lot of money, which to be fair, it is. Let me not sound naive or something. But when you convert it to dollars or you convert it to pound or euro, it's just 4.5 million in sales. And that's focused on FMCG brands, beauty brands, and fashion brands. Um, Now I've coached over 200 businesses on how to profitably launch and scale their businesses online. And I also have my own six-figure businesses, product and service-based or service-led businesses. Um, and what I enjoy the most, believe it or not, is actually creating customer experiences. And when it comes to online, the best way to create those customer experiences is through the website. So thinking from the homepage, the landing page, which could be the same thing, to that product listing page where money is made. I feel like we don't understand how important the product listing page of any business is. We have no idea how it is. This guy is giving me fire. Let me show you guys. I know, right? Yeah. 7 billion is loud. Naira or dollar. Don't worry, you get there. Honestly, it's not impossible. And the reason why I'm saying that this thing is not impossible is when you look at the people that are successful today, they use a particular framework, which I call the PDP framework, to achieve success. And all of us, whether we like it or not, we are part of that framework or that process. We are inside their PDP framework or process. So all these things are very, 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 very doable. They are simple, but they're not easy. I think that's the best way to say it. Key takeaway: how to use e-commerce plans to create a written fashion. Yeah, got it. All right, yeah, and all this was possible because of digital marketing. That's pretty much it. Well, God played the most important factor. But yes, it was made possible because of digital marketing. Now, when we look at digital marketing as a skill set, the industry itself is going to grow to $1.1 trillion by 2032. This is an article that is written by Forbes where you can see they've done some form of research, and the digital marketing industry as of 2023 was $363 billion and is projected to grow to 1.1 trillion by 2032. What's crazy is, whether we like it or not, we have all shopped online. So our money is part of this 363 billion from last year. Your money is inside here. My money is inside here. The good thing is, someone like me now, I made the money twice. So I spent money, but at least as a digital marketer, that's what they used to pay me. So at least I made money and I spent money 2 ways, right? And when you look at 2032, that's 8 years from now. It's far away in theory, but trust me, it's actually just tomorrow. It's tomorrow. And that's one of the reasons why I think the one thing that I'm trying to explain in each slide I go through is you need to act fast. Every single person you see successful today, they perform more actions than dreaming. They don't just talk, they do. A lot of us talk, la, no doing, no action. So whatever it is you take away from today, please, I beg of you, perform action. Don't just talk, or don't just think, or don't just, I'm about to shade somebody here. Don't just say 7 billion loud or naira or dollar. I'm aspiring. Don't aspire, become. No, Victor, I'm not shading you. I'm just trying to let you know that this thing it's like it's there for the taking. If you don't take it, somebody else will take it, whether you like it or not. Now let's come to where we are from. Let's come to Nigeria. In Nigeria, believe it or not, only 38% of us are internet users as of 2022, right? Only 38% of us actually use the internet. This is not even this when I looked at this, you might question it and say, really. But when you think about it and you don't look at your immediate circle, you realize that a lot of people don't use the internet. You look at the kind of phones that most people use. They use a lot of, low, let me use the word low grade phones. They don't use, fine, they are smartphones, but you get what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to mention any brands so that I will not start the iPhone versus Samsung battle. Oops. But in 2027, that is going to grow to 170 million users, right? Is that by that time we'll hit 48%. Again, the one thing I like about these statistics is it's just showing you what is possible, what can be. It can obviously be more than this. Because honestly, I feel like the way we currently collect data in Nigeria is still not yet accurate. So I'm sure by the time we grow and build and we're able to get accurate data and correct data, these numbers will be more than we can imagine. And this is just what they say. I'm not a huge fan of this because they say it's like corporate lingo, but it's low hanging fruit, right? So as the internet adoption in Nigeria increases, the need to communicate and market on the internet will also increase. I had a DM recently where somebody was asking me how do they market their oil business? How do they market their oil business to certain people in Nigeria? I had another person that was asking me how do they market their musical instrument business? So whether we like it or not, we all know that we need to move this business online. We can't be going to do all this door to door and all of that anymore because at the end of the day, we're growing, we're building the digital space, the digital economy is just growing and growing and growing. And if you don't leverage it, it's going to leave you behind. Obviously, we don't want that, do we? Now let's look at social media, right? I like to use social media because everybody, no matter the business, they're on social media, whether we like it or not. YouTube at the moment, that's where we are having this amazing conversation. We're all on social media. And when it comes to social media, we don't take it seriously. We think it's so small. Because it's part of your everyday life. You think it's so small. If you know how much money I've made from social media, I have about maybe 3 4 accounts, and I can tell you that probably only one of them is actually I take seriously as my personal account. Every other account is making me some form of money one way or the other because I know that where people are, there's money to be made. So now, looking at these social media apps, which one do you use the most? There's a way you can tell this when you check your phone, but just let's imagine that without checking your phone, which social media app do you use the most? Let me know. Let me know in the comments, please. Can you guys still hear me? Hope you guys can still hear me. So just let me know. Let me know in the comments which social media app you use the most. Jida, I hope you're not saying you use WhatsApp because you saw WhatsApp on the screen, but I'm going to assume that yes, you use WhatsApp. Ore said Instagram. Interesting. LinkedIn. Wow. I don't honestly speaking, if you use LinkedIn, that's crazy. Instagram and lately LinkedIn. Okay, okay. I can see boys are looking for money. LinkedIn is where the money's at. Um, Shego said LinkedIn. Definitely X. You guys on Twitter, I feel like you guys live life on the fast lane. Williams is my guy. Williams is my guy. Same name, same YouTube. Nice. Ah, okay. Now the lawyer being honest. I like that. Now the truth is coming out. X2. David, because you said Instagram, I'm going to believe this. But that LinkedIn one, is questionable. That LinkedIn one is very questionable. But yeah, yeah. So this is just showing us how we, all of us, how we currently use social media. It's not showing you what one thing that this data is not showing you is not showing you where to focus whatever business it is you sell. Now, the problem with social media is not every business can sell in every type of social media. Okay, so now let's dig. Let's do a bit of soul searching. If your business is product led, right, digital or physical products, depending on the price point of the physical products, you should have your business on WhatsApp, Meta, TikTok, and maybe Twitter. I'll prioritize those channels. Now, the reason I say Facebook, the reason I say Meta, I didn't say Facebook because it's Instagram, is because when you're running ads, you run ads on the Meta Ads Manager. You're not going to go into the individual platforms and run your ads. So I'm just going to say Meta. You want to have a presence there. With WhatsApp is a must, you know. And this is why earlier in the video or in the live I mentioned I have a very strong opinion against email marketing. It's important, don't get me wrong, but you see WhatsApp, if you had to choose between collecting a customer's phone number and their email address, I beg of you, collect the phone number. Just collect the phone number. It's a struggle because with WhatsApp, there's a whole lot of manual labor that goes into it, one-to-one chatting, things like that. Even if you use bots, the bots can only say what they can say before you yourself, you have to step in. But WhatsApp is so powerful, guys. WhatsApp is so powerful. You know, every kind of business is in WhatsApp has to be part of your strategy because it's personal selling, it's one-to-one selling. It builds that rapport. One of the ebooks that I have kind of highlights how you want to shop to millennials and how you want to shop to Gen Z based on their behavior. And the one thing is with millennials, I'm a millennial, we are so WhatsApp led. Like we want to carry, no matter where that conversation is, if it's like, let's be on the website, let me put all the conversation and all the information inside our website. We still want to carry that information to WhatsApp and say, hello, what size do you have? All the information is on the website too, but the customer will still carry the conversation to the WhatsApp channel, right? Just so how important WhatsApp is. So if you have physical products, WhatsApp, Meta, TikTok, Twitter, I'll pick those channels. Service-based, LinkedIn, you know, because with services, majority of them are B2B. Majority of service-based businesses are B2B, or if it's B2C, you know, it will be it will also be a bit tricky, but that's how I look at it. And LinkedIn is honestly underrated. Platforms where you see a lot of people are not there. That's also what you would call low hanging fruit because it's easier and faster for you to grow on those platforms. All right, Promise said he uses Instagram and Facebook. So let me just move this on. So let's talk about the different type of digital marketers that we have. You know, and there are just three. However, it is you want to look at it, there are just three of us. Whether and like I said earlier, we are all digital marketers, all of us. Whether once you post something on your story, you are doing some form of digital marketing. You are now a social media expert, right? And when it comes to digital marketing, we have the creative digital marketer. So when you hear, oh, I'm a social media manager, I'm an email marketing specialist, I'm an influencer manager, I'm a graphic designer. If you people use Canva, you are graphic designers, oh, don't let anybody question you. Don't let anybody question you or say, oh, that's not graphic design. That is graphic design. The beauty of artificial intelligence and all these tools, because they are simple to use, it does not mean you are not a graphic designer. If I if I cook, if I cook, if I follow Chef Hilda's recipe to cook one spaghetti bolognese or something, and it bangs, it comes out 100%. I can claim that I'm a chef. I'm a spaghetti chef. So because you use Canva or something, don't let anybody question your graphic design skills, please. You're a graphic designer, right? And then with creative digital marketing roles, the one thing you will notice is most of people that are into these creative things, they have a very good eye for design. They are they are very comfortable creating content. They enjoy being in front of the camera. There are sometimes you might see some people that don't mind, working behind the camera, but they also have that strong creativity working out for them. When it comes to creative, most of the tools that they use, Hootsuite, Sprout Social, Buffer. All of this is for social media management. Canva or Photoshop for your designs. Klaviyo or MailChimp for email marketing. Klaviyo does some SMS. I think MailChimp just started doing SMS recently, I think. I'm not sure. There's SEMrush or Moz. SEMrush or Moz, if you are, I think Dilo mentioned, he mentioned blogs and articles. So if you are reading or writing those kind of things, how do you want to play with the keywords? What sort of keywords do you want to use in your articles? What sort of keywords do you want to use in your product listing page so that you rank higher on Google and things like that? Now let me just put this out here, because a lot of us at the moment in Nigeria, a lot of us are physical product led businesses. Now, as a physical product led business, don't live and die on the hill of I must rank on Google. Mm-mm. As a small business, your focus is to make money the fastest way possible, which is not by ranking on Google. SEO is a long term play. When I see a lot of people that are physical product led business system that, they want to rank on the first page of Google, it's not your priority. So why are you even thinking about that? But yeah, just wanted to put that in there. And then when it comes to videos, sort of video editing, things like that, there's iMovie, there's CapCut. If you want to take it up a notch, there's Premiere Pro, things like that. Then there's the analytical digital marketer. This is the person that is all about numbers, which again is not a lot of us. A lot of us at the moment, we are creative. You see, to be creative is fun, it's exciting, it's beautiful, it's amazing. But the money, let me just summarize it and tell you straight up. The money is in the analytical side of things. When you understand how things work, when you understand why things work. If I move this creative, if I make this change to this creative, this is what will happen. If I sponsor this post, I should expect this number of link clicks. Okay, this email marketing campaign, this is what has worked in the past. These titles, this number of smileys, this sort of format or email template has worked. How do I do that? That's where the magic is. So you have digital marketing analyst, paid media specialist, growth marketing specialist, e-commerce trade specialist, things like that. Your key tools, ads manager. Now, as I'm talking about ads manager, the one thing that I think most people that have had one-to-one conversations with me, they know I don't mess around with this. If you are sponsoring or boosting posts within the platform, you should not call yourself a digital marketer. You're having fun. The same, if something is too easy, there's a problem. Right? Let me explain. If you can just go on Instagram, look at a post, say, I like this post, boost it. And then in 4 clicks, you're finished boosting it and is doing it, whatever it needs to do. That means everybody else is doing the same thing. So you are competing with more people. But if you use the ads manager, you have more tools. Fine. At the moment, the whole AI revolution is becoming easier to target people just leveraging Meta's algorithm, for example. But there are still certain things you need to change. There are still metrics that you can only get on the ads manager. And as an analytical digital marketer, those metrics are your bread and butter. Those metrics are what you will use when they say it's time for appraisal. It's those metrics that you use and say, I did X, Y, Z, and this was the outcome. So because of that, I need you to increase my salary by 100%. Example. But yeah. And then last but not least, you have your generalist digital marketer. This is the one of, I think you're about to say Gbogbo Eru or something like that. You do everything that is under the sun. That's the one. That's what this person does. Sadly, well, not sadly, but that's the way I fall in. And the reason why I am more of a generalist is because growing up, I've always had a more entrepreneurial spirit. So I need to do something where I can be some form of entrepreneur, even if I'm in a career, right? Also, as a generalist, you can have your own business, right? You can have your own business. What you are learning in your business, you can use it in your career or in your 9 to 5. What you are learning in your 9 to 5, you can use it in your business. It's a give and take situation. And the key tools are still the same thing across both creative and analytical. Then you want to look at CMS platforms. So CMS is just basically content management system. A content management system is the system that holds your images, videos, text for product descriptions, things like that for your website, right? So if, for example, I want to build a website in a day, which I'm going to show you guys in one of my other videos. So if you're not subscribed, this is the perfect time to subscribe. Let me just drop that there. But in one of my future videos, I'm going to show you how to build a website from scratch in probably 4 hours. I've done it so many times. There are so many different tools nowadays that you can play with. There's Hostinger, there's WordPress, there's Shopify, there's BigCommerce, there's all of that. If you want to be on a marketplace, there's Amazon, there's eBay, there's Fair, there is what again? There's so many marketplaces now, Seth. There's this guy's called Not on High Street that I really like. I like what they're doing. I like that style. They're like Etsy, but more tailored towards, how do I put it now? They are more tailored towards crafting, so to speak. Then there's Wolf and Badger. There are so many marketplaces, guys. So yeah. So that's where you find a generalist digital marketer. All right. Go back. So if I was to ask, which type of digital marketer are you? So are you a creative? Are you an analytical digital marketer? Are you a generalist? Don't lie. The beauty of it is I have this belief where, how there's SWOT analysis in business. So that's your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. I genuinely believe that for you to give yourself the best possible chance of success, you should identify what your strengths are and build on it. So which type of digital marketer are you? Where's your strengths? Is it creative? Is it analytical? Is it generalist? Okay, Victor has said generalist with proof. Mad, oh. You have, well, don't worry. You will see the proof. All right. So which type of digital marketer are you guys? Let me know in the chat. Victor said he's a generalist with proof. David said Shopify. Yep. Shopify is the OG, man. Shopify is the OG. Let me know in the chat, guys. You know what? I like this. I like Shagun says he's a creative digital marketer. The Lord said that in Nigeria, I think any job that says digital market, honestly, Nigerians, when it comes to Nigerian job titles, I don't think we've gotten the hang of those job titles things, because they pack everybody inside one. True. You're right. They're actually generalists. Shagun says creative. Honestly, from I think your YouTube screenshot, I be your YouTube profile picture, I can see some creativity there. So I'm not surprised. Promise, you think you are both. Okay, oh. Okay, oh. All right. I like that. All right. Let me know. Keep it coming, guys. Keep it coming. Let me know what type of digital marketing or digital marketers we are. Generalists. I love it. The average Nigerian is a generalist. We can do everything. I love it. Keep it coming. I really like this name. Jida. I wonder what it means. Keep it coming. Mary said generalist. I love it. Analytical marketing. Yep. Honestly, David, I'm not going to. It's one of those things that really, really, you would stand out easily, because everybody else has everything else. Is that analytical marketing bit that I think we struggle with a lot. That's where you see things like people transition. It's easier for you to transition from data analytics or business analytics into digital marketing. It's actually easier because you can just go for a growth marketing or even sometimes product marketing roles, and it works better. With the creative aspect, you tend to go towards UI, UX, things like that, but that's not the conversation for today. All right, so since like majority of us are generalists, wow, this one is interesting. Analytical generalists. Yes, I've never heard that one before, but I'm loving it. Diko said no experience. Diko, you have experience, so because I know you have a blog, so that's creative. And you know, what's it called? Those those WhatsApp things you normally send. Diko is one of those people that send me WhatsApp messages, and I can never ignore. That's some form of creativity. Um, uh, Mubarak. I'm still new in digital marketing. I'm still looking for mentor. I'm still looking for mentor and guidelines. Nice one. Don't worry. Nice one. Nice one. Um. All right. Let's continue. So we know what kind of digital marketer we are, right? Now, my first framework: digital marketing in Nigeria and abroad. I call it lab, right? And the reason I call it lab is because whichever one you want to call yourself, whether you're a creative, analytical, or you are a generalist, you will still follow the same framework and you will see success. So it's called lab because the first thing you want to do is learn. So you want to learn those skills. You're a creative digital marketer. You know, in the previous slides, I'd already mentioned your common roles, the key tools. You want to go and learn how to use these key tools. I've already mentioned in a video, I think last week or 2 weeks ago, 7 different platforms you can learn digital marketing. There's Google Digital Garage. There is digital Google Digital Marketing and E-commerce Coursera course that I think I also mentioned how you can get the financial aid and all of that. You can watch those videos. There is SEMrush. So SEMrush, these tools. Let me go back there. These key tools that I'm talking about, majority of these tools have their own digital marketing academy that is actually very good. And these tools, they have their, what's it called? They come with certifications. So that's how you want to learn. If you are analytical, Google Analytics, just like David mentioned, you want to look at Google Analytics. There's a whole data analytics course on Coursera that I think that's the most what's this grammar now? So I don't go and back down. That's the most that's the most complete. No, that is the most enrolled course on Coursera, right? What that means is when it comes to all the Google certifications, that is the number one course that a lot of people have enrolled for. There are a lot of like reviews on that particular course where people said the portfolio that comes out of that course is exactly how they got a job with, either working on either working locally or overseas. Um SEMrush and SimilarWeb. SimilarWeb is, so let me show this so that people see what I'm talking about here. So when it comes to understanding how people visit a website, how many visitors, where did those visitors come from, what's working, what's not working. SimilarWeb is a fantastic tool. My problem with SimilarWeb is cheap, and their free version is not is you get as it be. Let me put it like that. So maybe one day they will sponsor me. Let me not go and insult their products. But that's their free version, get as it be. Now, next one is agency. Now, why do I have agency here? I have a background working in agency, right? And there is no place you will learn a lot about everything than learning inside agency. Agency is like it's just like it's the gift that keeps on giving because you will work and you will work for all sorts of businesses, all sorts of clients from different business different sectors. Like I said, I've been doing this marketing thing since 2017 officially, and I've worked across FMCG, health, pharmaceutical, banking, tech, fintech, health tech, beauty, CPG. They just throw all sorts of buzzwords all over the place. But the truth of the matter is, it's inside agency that you will find that that opportunity to build your knowledge. So what you learn from the first step of lab, that theoretical knowledge, you then want to put it into practice, right? So let's imagine, you already have a 9 to 5, okay? So you can't go and work in an agency. That's where business comes in. Now you have a theoretical knowledge. Let us begin to put that theoretical knowledge into a business. Let us begin to test these things that we're learning. And when it comes to business, a lot of us have this misconception that we need to start big. The truth of the matter is, in business, you're supposed to start small so you can learn and make mistakes and then go big. But no, Africa actually is not only a Nigerian problem. We Africans, no, go big or go home. You know, and the thing is, we try to take this culture from the West, where because the West show you this is what they did not show you how we started. They just showed you the finished product, and you use that as your yardstick. That, oh, I'm going to build this thing at the end. Is this thing I'm going to build at the end? Yes, that's how I'll do my own. You need to start small and then build. All right, you start small and you build. So once you learn these tools, you learn these skills, start a business. If you can't go to an agency, start a business. You can start a business that is a digital product business. You can start a business that is a physical product business. You can start a service-based business. You already have you already have a set of skills. Some people have given me this funny excuse where they say they have no skill, they have no knowledge that they can turn into a business or something. You are speaking English, aren't you? There are people that cannot speak English. Hope you know. So you can actually teach them English. Fine, maybe you can't charge a premium for that, but at least you can learn digital marketing. You can use it to learn digital marketing. You can create your social media page. You can begin to create content. So that way you learn how organic content works. You learn how paid content works. If you want to create a website, you learn how website works just from speaking English. Hope you know. But no, let's continue with our excuses. But yeah, what do I know? Anyways, now let's move on to e-commerce. Now with e-commerce, I want to tell people a story. A story of a lady named Toby. I like this fabric. I think it's called Kente. It will be nice on shorts. So in case people are looking for a gift to get me, this with shorts or trousers would be nice. And a white granddad shirt. Yes, I'm prophesying. But yes, how did Toby become a millionaire? You know, with digital marketing, with e-commerce. Sometime, I think this was 2021 or so. Toby started making jewelry, so beading, all those things. And there's money in that, it's just that I don't have the patience to learn it. But she started to make all this custom jewelry. So you know how they will do weddings and then they will wear those beads on their neck. Ladies will know what I'm talking about. Some of them, they do ileke. Ileke is waist bead for people that are not, that don't know what that means. Some of them do, is it anklet also? I'm just trying to give you the examples of what Toby used to do. So in 2017, she said, okay, this business, how do I want to market it? She started an Instagram page, right? So it was maybe first week in December. Started an Instagram page, and after doing that, she did like a custom bracelet for a friend of hers. So the custom bracelet had the name engraved on it, had all of that, and then she went to deliver it herself. And as she was delivering it, she said that she wants to make a video of this and post it on her social media. So she took it, got there, presented the gift, recorded the person's actual emotions, real emotions, not made up. Sometimes you can want to record made up if you want to, but this was real reactions. The person opening it, the person being amazed at the quality, the person, showing that sort of excitement of receiving that particular gift and being exactly what they wanted at that particular time, right? She posted that video on Instagram, she ran an Instagram ad from that period, first week of December to last week in January. That's how long she ran it. And in her first 3 weeks, she already made 7 million naira from it. And this was 2021. Or was it 2021 or 2020? When 7 million naira actually meant something. No, that sounds wrong. 7 million naira still means something, please. Please, if you give me, I'll collect. But 7 million naira now and 7 million naira then, there's a difference. I think 7 million naira then, now, that will probably be like maybe 12 million, in my own opinion. But yes, that's how Toby, built her business. That's how she became a digital millionaire. This is something she started as, some form of hobby. This is something she used to do. She used to do it casually. But then one Instagram post, one Instagram ad, and she started to make some money. Now, this is based on a true story. This is one of my own businesses. And this is what we've done in, I believe, the past. This was done in the past 9 months or so. So this particular one, you have the store sessions, total sales, total orders, things like that. When we go to the EBS model, I will show you how you want to calculate these things for your own business. But that's the story of Toby. Now, what is e-commerce? Digital marketing is promoting those services and products. E-commerce is selling it. That's just it. There's no other fanciful addition or meaning to that. So before I explain this graph, I want to ask a question. What was the last thing you bought online? What was the last thing you bought online, and which platform did you buy it from? What was the last thing you bought online, and which platform did you buy it from? Let me look for my own. So the last thing I bought, what was the last thing I bought online? That's the thing. I buy so many things online, so I don't want to lie. Yeah, but the last thing that I remember was this stress ball. Right, I bought this off Amazon. It was £6 or so. So what was the last thing you bought online? Sunscreen, huh? Amazon. I love it. What was the last thing you bought online? And what platform did you buy from? AliExpress, trousers, ASOS, sunscreen. You know what? I love this response. Data from my MTN app. Good. I love it. Power bank, game mouse, AliExpress. Cosmetics. Cosmetics from Instagram to our website. Nice. Okay. So power bank, August. Let me know what was the last thing you guys bought online, and where did you buy from? Data. Oh, man, I feel bad now. We are buying data. Don't worry. I'll try. I don't want to speed this thing up, but let's continue. I must provide value for all of you by fire by force. Cosmetics. Cosmetics from Instagram to our website. Nice. All right. So from just looking at this chart, I can see that we buy from different places online. They're all e-commerce, So Argos, Amazon, Instagram, websites, MTN app. These are all Instagram. Interesting. Veggies from Instagram. Does buying data count? Of course it does. Yeah, it does. You bought it. You bought it online. Let me go back to this so that I can show you guys the definition again of the process of selling products and services across online channels. So far, you didn't walk to Iyabose to buy a recharge card and you bought it online. There you go. So e-commerce in Nigeria. How, I had a question recently where somebody said, how lucrative is it? Now, the e-commerce market is projected to reach $6 billion in 2024. Guys, $6 billion. That's some real money. We need to make sure that our money is part of it, that we enter our pockets. The entire market volume or value is over a trillion, over 1,000 billion, which I think is a trillion. And most of the revenue is generated in China. Now, when it comes to e-commerce, guys, the Chinese people are on a different level from us. That's why I said earlier that there's so much opportunity at our doorstep right now. There has never been a perfect time to start to leverage the power of e-commerce, because where these people are, where other countries are that are developed, first world countries are developed, we are going to get there. Whether Tinubu likes it or not, we are going to get there, right? So this is the perfect time to begin to position yourself for success in those channels. Now, when it comes to Nigeria, where we spend our money the most is electronics. If we look around us now, where you guys are, you guys correct me if I'm wrong, but you have phone. Most likely you have laptop, then you have TV, then you have some form of music player. I don't know why, but you probably have a music player. Then you have MiFi, probably have two MiFi. Then you have, I don't know, maybe you have something else that is separate to play movies. You have power bank, probably have more than one power bank. You know, electronics. So this kind of validates that. This validates that the data showing that we shop a lot of electronics. After electronics, what else do we shop? Fashion. If you look at the streets of Instagram, it's just flooded with clothes all over the place. This Henley shirt, this Axe locks. Wait, I feel talk. Yeah, I can mention that now, so nobody will fight with me. The one that Zanku did. We love fashion. We love to look good. We're an aspirational country. It is what it is. But then, because of that, we are also now getting used to buying these things online. I remember when, back in 2017, if you want to buy phone online, you will go to Slot, or you go to there was another one in Computer Village. I can't remember the name. You will go to Computer Village. You will check the phone. You checked it online, no? You already checked it online. You've read all the articles. You've seen all the specs. That time. I don't know. I'm not sure if Fisayo was on the come up that time. So I won't say you probably gonna watch a video of Fisayo. But now, we're so confident, we're so comfortable. We buy these things online. Back then, you dare not. You dare not. There was so much scam. There was so much, fear. Now, what if they steal this thing? What if it breaks? Who will take that? Who will take that risk? But this is where we are. We are maturing. We are getting used to these things. And because of that, this is the perfect time to, leverage these things. Sorry, hold on. Now, when it comes to e-commerce businesses, again, there are just three types of e-commerce business. Every other type of business that you think of, they fall into these three, right? They fall into these three, and how you want to market them or position them for success is different. Now, when it comes to dropshipping is just basically you selling a physical product, but not having access to that physical product. So you don't handle the storage cost. You probably don't handle the logistics. You don't have any stock with you. That's basically drop shipping. What are the benefits? Low startup costs. If you want to launch your drop shipping business next week, so far you have your digital assets, your images, your videos, all of that, you can launch. So the time frame from idea to launch is very, very short. Barrier to entry is very low. That means to start it is very, very easy. So it's a blessing and a curse. Let me put it like that. Now, when it comes to logistics, because you don't have physical stock with you, somebody else manages the logistics. And when it comes to logistics is one of the three most important things in an e-commerce business. First of all, the product, logistics, and then your advertising. Logistics is even number 2 before advertising, because if you start to advertise and you have very terrible logistics system set up, people will drop bad review in that your advertisements. You will see it there. You know how sometimes you see some ads and you see some people write in the comments, poor service, what was delivered was rubbish, it came 2 months after, all of that negative comments. And the problem with all these social media platforms, you can't be deleting comments. Even if you want to delete, you see all the comments you will delete, right? So there's that. DTC, so direct to consumer brands. This is more of physical products or digital products. But in this scenario, if it's a physical product, you own the stock, you hold the stock. So because you hold the stock, there's upfront capital that is required. Idea to launch might be long. The barrier to entry typically should be medium or high. For example, the cost of actually starting a fashion brand is not cheap. Oh. A lot of us think it's cheap. I've done it twice. I've done it successfully twice. I have failed another twice. Right? Because the barrier to entry is so high, it requires some cost up front. And then your idea to launch phase is also so long. And then obviously the good thing is you have more control over logistics. When it comes to profit margins here, there's more window of opportunity for you to make more money. And last but not least, we have B2B services. B2B services can be copywriting, can be photography or videography, like Dolapo does, can be makeup services, can be anything really. It can be digital, accounting, taxation, investing, things like that. It can be a physical or a digital um, service. So far, you can market it and sell it online. With this one, your some upfront capital is required. In this scenario, the capital that is required upfront would be it could be your time, it could be your skill set, it could be you putting infrastructure into place. So you need an office, things like that. Idea to launch can be long, it can be short, depending. Somebody that has been doing graphic design for 5 years can start a design agency in less than a week because they already know the process and procedures. They already have those SOPs there to know how to get the ball rolling. They already know how to get customers. They know what success looks like already because of their previous experience. The barrier to entry is high. You know, when it comes to graphic design, you must show case studies, you must show portfolios. If you don't know what you are doing, from your case study and your examples, we'll be able to tell. When it comes to logistics, depending, you still have very strong control over it. And then profit margin. Sorry, hold on. That video is not supposed to play yet. So now, how do you want to succeed with e-commerce? Here, I have another framework called PDP. A lot of us, this is, and the person that I want to shade is online. But a lot of us, we have this situation. Let me call it that, where we think of the product and then go and look for who will buy the product. We think of the solution and then go and look for the problem. We say, this thing, this will be a very great idea. I like this idea. Okay, who else will want this idea? Who will buy this product? Meanwhile, it's the other way around, right? You think of the problem, you find data to back up that problem, and then you go and look for the product. You look for the product or you build the product. It's one of the two. Now, this problem, you'll be shocked how many problems are all around you. Now, when it comes to succeeding in e-commerce, you have to have a very good eye for problems. You must not be somebody that complains. Your work is to solve people's problems. First of all, your work is to find those problems and then solve it for people. So you can't be part of people that are complaining about the problem. You can't be. You must be the solution provider. So as people are complaining, you should be happy because you're like, this is an avenue to, make some money. Now, you need data. Not every problem needs to be solved. Let's call it spade is spade. Not every problem is profitable to solve. There are certain problems that you might want to have empathy, you want to have a more empathetic feeling or reward from it. Maybe not financial. That's fine. But there are some problems that are just not profitable. That's just it. Now where do you find this data? Surveys. And these surveys can be you just doing like a Google form or a type form and sharing it with your family and friends. Okay, I noticed that I noticed that when I was trying to wash, when I was trying to wash the bathroom, the plunger wasn't, that's a terrible example. Let me give you a very good example. So this is my earbuds. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me see if I can quickly switch this. So these are my earbuds, right? Show first. So these are my earbuds. JLab, very, very cheap, please. So here I can just remove it. Yeah. And I can plug it to my power bank. I can plug it to a what's it called now? A socket, a adapter. I can plug it and start charging it. This is it, right? Good. Now, why I like this and I bought it is because wherever I go, I can charge it. If I forget my power bank, but I see somebody has a socket, I can ask, "Oh, bro, can I borrow your adapter? I just need the head, the charger head." I don't think that's the official name for it, but I just need the charger head. Let me come back here. I just need the charger head, right? And then I plug it. This problem, a lot of people have it because, especially women, they will pack power bank, they will pack earbuds, they will pack everything, but the earbuds will now die because they forgot to charge it when they came home, or they forgot to charge it when they were leaving the house. So with something like this now, I can just plug it to the wall and it's charging. Simple. That's a problem. That's a problem that they've used data to solve, to build a product or to create a product, right? Now this is a bit extreme. So I'm going to play this video. Hopefully it comes out the way it's supposed to. And then I just hope you guys can hear it. Let me know if you can hear the video and see the video properly in the chat. Let me play it one more time. All right. Victor said, Damini, please can you move your visual from the article? Um Sorry, bro. I was trying to present it. All right, we can't hear it. That's the problem. All right, let me try and explain what the product is. Let me try and explain what the product is. So it's something called, actually, hold on. Or do you want better? Or do you want better here? tptype.co. Let's go to their website. Let's see what comes out here. Okay, good. So, can you guys see my screen? Can I make this thing full screen? No, I can't. Hope you guys can see. Yeah, what I'll do is I'll look forward to play the video. I'll probably put the video on my socials so you guys can go watch it and then you can hear the sound. For some reason, I think because I'm connected to my mic, it's not picking the sound. But you guys can see my screen right now. You can see if you go to tptype.co, tptype, TIPPY, anyway, type.co. Let me see if I can put that in the chat. So basically, the reason why I'm showing you this is so that you would understand how these people found a problem, then use data to build their products. Let me go back here. So here they say got nails, no problem. So basically, this product is obviously for women, right? Now, if a woman has long nails, I'm sure. To be fair, I don't know because I don't fix my nails. It's difficult for them to type, right? So these people created a product that allows women with long nails still be able to type. It sounds so small. These are problems that you don't even think of. But this is how people make millions. Guys, millions. And because of that, let me go back to presenter mode here. And because of that, that's where the work is. We need to, all right. Hope you guys can see my screen. Just want to pause the video here. Okay, good. All right, let me just pause the video here. All right. So this is how people make money is not create, problems. You need to identify the problem first. Okay? And then use data to back up that problem. Make sure it's a profitable problem to solve. And then look for the product. So for example, and this one is a good idea. It's just that it requires a lot of capital when you start digging or doing your research. But I'll give it to you guys. If you guys want to become easy millionaires, free idea here. Electricity is a problem. Abi? Especially now that they're doing band A, all these things. Good. So because of that, we require some form of, what's it called now? Green energy or alternative energy. Again, all of us in Nigeria, for some funny reason, we all have power banks. Some of us have three self. Okay. So imagine you create a product that instead of you requiring electricity to solve to charge your power bank, to charge your products, to charge your home system, to charge everything, you can use things like sun, you can use things like water, you can do those kind of things, right? Just imagine, that you have that product, create a very nice landing page, create a very nice website, and you begin to sell these things to people. Obviously people will buy, you know now the truth of the matter is what I've explained to you, it already exists. Oh, people that sell solar panel, inverters, all of that, it already exists. But you see, most of them don't have a very, very unique platform to sell these things. Most of them don't offer payment plans. Most of them don't offer, the small products. They only offer a very big battery. They don't offer portable products. So these are things where you can look for solutions to this particular problem, and you adapt it. You either make it more affordable or you make it more efficient. For it to make it more affordable, obviously you would introduce maybe payment plans, or you will find a alternative manufacturer. Again, don't don't reduce quality here. Don't reduce quality, in my own opinion, because your first business, you don't want to start that. Always start with the highest quality as much as possible. But then you want to either win with pricing or you win with quality of product. One of those two. But that's how you want to use the PDP framework. All right. Now, the next thing you want to look at is what I call the APC framework. Again, believe it or not, guys, I am not a politician. I have no business with politics. At least God hasn't told me to go down that road yet. But I have no business with politics at the moment. And the funny thing is, people, whenever people ask me questions, this is the same thing I always reply. What are you posting? Always post content. APC. Hmm? Whenever you're thinking of something now, just tell yourself PDP, APC, PDP, APC. Whenever you decide to vote for, that's your cup of tea. You and I would experience it when when they enter power, whatever it is. But at the end of the day, for your own business, so PDP, APC. Always post content. You want to post content that is relevant to your audience. Now, when it comes to how to identify your audience, all of that, it is inside your PDP framework. You will know your audiences. Because if you find a problem big enough that is profitable, the data that backs up that problem will tell you who your target customer is. Okay? And once that data tells you your target customer is, you then know what content to post. Now, when it comes to content, they fall into just four buckets. There's the AIDA sales funnel, which is awareness, interest, decision, and action. And then remarket, retarget, repurchase, things like that. But when it comes to online, there's just four: awareness, interest, purchase, and repurchase. That repurchase one is not for everybody, it's not for every product. It depends on what kind of product you sell. But that's just it. And each of these, each part of this sales funnel has its own framework, has its own I say framework, has its own APC framework attached to it for the awareness bit. And I started this live session telling you people that I was always going to explain things and make them as one of my friends, she says foolproof. Make them as foolproof as possible, right? When you are creating content, it needs to hit one of these four buckets. Your content should either be driving or creating awareness. It should be building interest. It should be driving purchase or driving a repurchase. That is all your content should be doing. Every other form of content is not for you. You are a growing business. Focus on what matters. Focus on what makes things move. Don't just, a lot of people say things like, oh, batch, create content. Oh, do this, do that. At the end of the day, you have something that is not useful. Let me put it like that. Now, for the awareness and interest phase, you want to post content that promotes the problem and data bits. I've already explained to you here that once you find a problem that is big enough to solve and you have data, the data will let you know who you should target and how you should target them. So that data is what's going to influence the kind of videos you create. With awareness, awareness requires a lot of educational content. There are certain products that people are not aware of, right? Explaining Klarna to somebody at the moment, the first question that I will ask for myself is, okay, how do I make sure that I'm going to get paid as a business? So how do I make sure I'm going to get paid after 3 weeks? If I have to deliver the product to this person, because with Klarna, you deliver the product, then Klarna will pay you back. Okay, good. If Klarna does it like that in Nigeria, there are a lot of Klarna themselves will say, okay, how do I pursue this person to collect my money back? We don't have any credit infrastructure in place at the moment. So that kind of product will require education. That's what I'm trying to explain here. That kind of product require education. Now, when you do that kind of content, rather, you want to add your CTA. So your CTA is call to action. Now, with call to action, your focus with awareness and interest is to build an online community. That's your focus. Nothing else. Focus on building your online community. So that's either saying, oh, visit, view Instagram profile, or you will do like Facebook page or page likes campaign on Meta, or you want to drive traffic to your website. Now, if you're driving traffic to your website, you want to send them to a landing page or a product listing page that has all the details that work well for your business. Logistics, product quality, reviews, time frame, everything that you think is important to educate the customer. The idea is the person seeing this ad, this is the first time they're hearing about your business. Abi? So you want to make sure that you have everything in this particular content. Now, when it comes to purchase and repurchase, this is all about value and product benefits. Now, when I say value, a lot of us think this is where you offer discounts or first time purchase, get 10% off. If you want to do it, it's fine. Go ahead. But one thing I can tell you for sure, and I'm speaking from from a bittersweet experience. Once you start your first relationship with a online customer with discounts, you will never stop. You will give them discounts till one of you, let me not say till one of you dies, but you will continue to, that's a bit extreme, but you will continue to give them discounts because they will continually demand for that discount. They will never pay full price. Never. Never. So as much as possible, don't start with offering discounts, right? Take time. Understand the kind of content that would promote your value, the value of the product or the service that you're offering. Could it be, and when you want to, when you think of value, right? Let me give you guys a very, very interesting hack to this value thing. You want to provide value where the customer feels they're cheating you. All right. You want to provide value where the customer feels that they are cheating you, that for this price, wow. What's the catch? And the customer then says they will turn to Inspector Gadgets and be looking for things that are not missing. When did you say this? When did you say that? When did you say this? Where did this product come from? What is the warranty? What's the guarantee? What's the this? What's the that? And that's where the product benefits come in. That's your part of value. All right. So people in this bucket, they're already aware of your product. Too. This is not the first time they have visited your page, all of that, all of that. In this scenario, when you're running your Facebook ads, this is when you want to you want to retarget custom audience that have not purchased or have not visited the website in a particular time. They came, but they came, they saw, but they did not conquer or they did not buy. Right? That's how you want to do that's how you want to focus on this purchase and repurchase. Those ones that will sign up for your email list, they will subscribe. They see all your newsletters, all the discounts you're offering, they click it, but they don't convert. This is where they are. Then the people that they repurchase. For the repurchasing one, is perfect if you have a product that requires, top up. So I think earlier somebody mentioned that they bought data from their MTN app. Ideally, if you are the one doing business with MTN, you would have a sheet, an Excel sheet. It wouldn't be Excel because it will be a lot of customers. So you would have some form of data that shows you those people that have not bought credit in maybe the last 12 months. 12 months is too much. Maybe they've not bought credit in the last 6 months. Those are the people that you will not send SMS, or you will target them with it's MTN, you target them with SMS. And then you get them to, repurchase. When it comes to repurchase, because they've already bought a product for the first time, you can go ahead and give discounts. Again, this person did not buy it with a product with a discount the first time, so you can go ahead and give this person discount. So that's how repurchasing works. All right. So now we're going to go to the EBS model. Now, I'm a very commonsensical data-led person, right? I'm a very commonsensical data-led person, which means I like to make things as simple, stupid as possible. Foolproof, sorry. That's what they say I should be saying, foolproof. Can you guys see my screen, please? Because this is the bit where this is where a lot of people don't understand that it's just a game of numbers. Let me know if you can see my screen in the chat, guys. Let me drink some. Okay. Let me know if you can see my screen in the chat, guys. Okay. The Lord says yes. I like the steady lifestyle. Man, I wish my lifestyle was steady, bro. I'll take that. I'll take that steady lifestyle, legit. I need more people to, okay, Shego says you can see my screen. I need more people to tell me they can see my screen. Just because I don't want anybody to move from here. Let me see whether I can make this a bit bigger. Aha. Let me see whether I can make it a bit bigger. Is this better? Can we see it? I've tried to enlarge it now. Let me see whether I can make it a bit bigger as well, so we can all see it properly. Because I can see it from here. Okay, good. Yeah, this should be perfect. Perfect. We can see it. I've enlarged it now. Please let me know if you can see it properly, because it's just a thing of numbers. And this is where a lot of us, because we are more creative, as we say we are generalists, but the truth of the matter is we are almost all more creative than analytical. So this is the analytical bit. This is where things get interesting. All right. So I think I have about one, two, three. Fantastic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, good. I have enough yeses in the chat, so let's get going. Now, what I'm going to show you guys is what I call the e-commerce business success calculator. This is the one thing that you want to look at daily, weekly, monthly. Spend at least 1 or 2 hours, see what's working, see what's not working, and move on from there. When I was showing you guys the story of Toby, I showed you the number of orders, the conversion rates, things like that. So let's start with this. So this is called the revenue, traffic, and value-based calculator. Basically, what we use this to know is how many. It's a block. No, it must not blur. Is it blurry for you guys? Please let me know in the chat if it's blurry for anyone else. Please let me know in the chat if it's blurry for anyone else. I think it might be because you're watching on a phone. So in this scenario, you might have to make it big screen and zoom in a bit. But I just want to be sure. Okay, it's clear for you. Okay. Dilo says it's clear for me. I just need one more person to confirm that it's clear. 1 or 2 people, please just confirm that it's clear. Okay, it's clear. All right, cool. Rina, do me a favor, please. Try and come out and go back in and come back in rather and see what happens. I think it's because you're watching it on the phone, it might be a bit small. So you have to make it big screen or enlarge it. All right. So this is the revenue, traffic, and value-based calculator. Here, we just look at traffic. So traffic is, let's say you have a website, right? Number of people you send to a particular website, that's your traffic. Then your conversion rate. Out of these 10,000 people, how many of them convert? How many of them buy something on your website? And ideally, you want to keep your conversion. I think global average conversion rates are 2%. If you are able to find a way to have a conversion rate of 5%, I've seen a conversion rate of 10%. That's amazing. That's amazing. If you're able to get a conversion rate of 10%, that's amazing. Let me put this here. Nice one, Dilo. Let me put this here. Winner, let me put that here for you just in case. Let me put that here for you and see. Hope it helps. So you can watch in 720p and then you zoom in landscape. Yeah, I hope it helps as well. Thank you so much, Dilo. Appreciate that. All right. So our goal here is, let's say 150 million. Abi? 150. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Our goal here is 150 million. I want to make 150 million. Okay, I'm not giving you AOV. So AOV is average order value, which means the price of anything you sell in your business. So I can change these ones here. So ideally 3%. Honestly, in Nigeria, 3%. It's possible, depending on your product, depending on the assets you have, all of that. But let me just play safe and put 2% here. Let me play safe and put 2% here. You see how immediately that your yearly income or sales revenue has changed to 66. That's just to show you how important conversion rates are, guys. Conversion rate is very, very important for every single business. Even a business that is not even online, you need to follow your conversion rates. It's just that with online, it's easier to track. So we are looking for 150 million. So right now we have 10,000. Let's make it 14,000. Let's see what happens. 92. I'm not there yet. Let's make it 20,000. 132. Wow. Let's make it 25,000. Eh? 165. Okay, that's too much. Let's make it 24,000. 158. Okay, we're getting there. Let's do 23. 151. Okay, let's stay here. Now, what this means is every month you must promote your businesses, your products or your business to a minimum of 23,000 people, right? You must promote your business to a minimum of 23,000 people. Now, this is 23,000 accounts reached. If one person comes twice, because it's online, it would count as two separate visits. So don't think 23,000 is just, one person. 23,000 can be one person coming maybe 4-5 times. And that's the one thing that you would notice when you begin to see success. The two things that you would find very common. A lot of people, especially if you're selling a physical product that does not solve a pain point, it solves more of a passion or it solves more of a passion or excitement. So it provides that kind of solution. You would notice that number one, they buy during the weekends and they buy in the night, in the middle of the night. I don't know why they do it, but that's how they do it. And that's the beauty of online businesses, e-commerce businesses. E-commerce is one of those few businesses that you will actually, once you launch and you launch properly, you will start to make money in your sleep. That's just it. You will start to make money in your sleep. David said perfect. Yeah. So David, this is the analytical marketing side of things, right? This is how people this is how people stand out and make money, and they don't tell anybody. But yeah, again, I do this as a 9 to 5, so that's the difference here. So now we have 23,000 people. Again, 23,000 people does not mean 23,000 different people. You will find that scenario where one person can come 5 times, 10 times. It's on the 10th time that, they will not decide, okay, let me purchase. I have a particular business where somebody sent us a DM one time, and he said, he said in the DM, he said, you people have been pursuing me everywhere. Hold on, David. Just hold on to that. I'll respond to that. People have been pushing me everywhere. I finally decided to patronize you people. Hope the quality is good. Hope, you don't disappoint. When will it be delivered? All of that. I told you that some people, they will carry the conversation to WhatsApp. Even though they've gone to your website, they must still carry that conversation to WhatsApp. I don't know why. Honestly speaking, when I'm doing PhD, I'll probably research on this. They give me scholarship, but I'll research on this because I want to understand why you come to the website. Everything I've told you is there. Because when they come to the WhatsApp, they're not coming to ask you questions. They're just coming to tell you that, I placed an order. I want it to be delivered. Or please do it well. Literally, that's what people come to do, right? So there's that. Average order value is basically what you price the product. If I price this product 27,500 now, I get 151 million. If I take the price up, what should I do here, guys? Let's do 48,000. I don't think 48,000 is too bad. I like that. So they'll give me scholarship. Okay, so now we've changed the average order value to 48,000. All of a sudden, see, we're looking at 264. And this is what people use to stand out. It's a numbers game, guys. It's a numbers game. Now, how many orders do you need? Out of these 23,000 people in 1 month, all you need is 460 orders. That's all you need. What percentage is that? What's that? 460 divided by this. What's that? Look at. That's 2%. Same as your conversion. 2%. You just need 2%. That's all you need. 2%, guys. And you know what's funny? And this is something that you will find very fascinating. Again, if you shop online, you're probably one of the people that do this. There are some people that, when they want to buy in bulk, they want to buy a very big bulk order, they will just go to the website, see what they want, and then come to WhatsApp and start sending you images. Pa 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 pa. They'll not send you voice notes. Or no, they will call you. Hi. Just to make sure that there's a human being on the other side of the phone. Then they will not send you voice notes. They will send you the screenshots of the carts. So you will see the price. Then they will not ask you for account number. They will not do the transfer. You see, in that scenario where they've given you that transfer, they've done that transfer, that particular amount, it doesn't even count in this your revenue traffic base calculator. It doesn't count. So this one only counts what is registered online. Those other sales that come offline on WhatsApp or things like that is separate. So this 151 that we're looking at, we can easily make more than 200 following this same format, because it's a numbers game, guys. Honestly, with e-commerce, it's a numbers game. It's a numbers game, right? So yeah. Now let's move on to the next one. Now the next one here is our profit margin calculator. Some people are asking some questions here. Hold on, let me respond quickly before I move on to this. So David, hi, would selling landing pages with copywriting be a good idea? Marketing the service on LinkedIn and Twitter. Twitter is too noisy. So as you are talking, people's tweets might be drowning your content. That's my issue with Twitter. On LinkedIn, sure, why not? Sure, why not? I don't say. Again, you're asking me the problem. You're asking me the product. You're not asking me the problem. What's the problem you're solving here? PDP. PDP, guys. PDP. Always remember PDP. What's the problem you're looking to solve? Some people say this is how you identify your niche, all these buzzwords. But at the end of the day, what's the problem you're solving? Once you find that problem, what's the data you're using to back it up? Where is that data? Once you have that data, by all means, David, you will know what to do next. Trust me. The problem and the data will tell you what to do next. It's so simple. This is how people make money. I don't know why we do so many things, and this is how people make money. So hope this helps, David. You're asking me a question that is backward, sounds a bit harsh. You need to understand the problem that you're solving with this, right? It's okay if you already have the product. It's okay. But now you now need to go and look for the problem. Typically, I would expect that you want to start with the problem. But now you have the product. Okay, fine. Let's go and look for the problem and look for data that backs it up. Esther, I feel they come to WhatsApp because to them it feels closer to the real. Yep, 100%. 100%. That's it. They feel you are real. I agree. But you see, the problem is it's very difficult to scale this way. Esther, that's the problem. It's very difficult to scale this way. That's why you need to make sure that when you build your website, when you do the design of your website, it is of the premium quality, guys. There are so many websites I have now that when people land on this website, you can't question it. You can't question it. These things, it takes time. I'll call it a spade, but you can't question it. The quality of the imagery, the quality of the captions, the descriptions, the quality of the offer being given, the customer journey, from the ads perspective all the way to the landing page, that whole process, when you see it, that's why I mentioned earlier, like some people, they just come to greet, in my own opinion. They just come to say, we have ordered though, please let me know when it will be delivered. And then that's what you're saying now comes into play. They just want to feel closer to the real human being. They've already converted already. You don't need to respond, but obviously, good customer service. Always respond, please. How do you research for your problem and find your niche? Okay, good. So when I was showing you some slides earlier, I showed you Statista, I showed you Forbes, right? Statista is one of the most used what's it called now? Research sites. There's Statista, there's Mintel, there's McKinsey. Obviously, they're not free. Even Statista is not free. When I was doing my master's, that's when I really enjoyed the use of these databases. During my master's, I had access to reports of £4,000, £10,000, and I was building case studies that were just amazing. I was so excited, you know. But you have to be smart with these things, man. You could do a survey. You do a survey, open like a type form or what's it called now? A Google form, send it out to people that you think are your prospective customers and hear their feedback. Hear their feedback and see what they say. All right, so let's go back to this. Now we're looking at profit margin. Okay. Now with profit margin, the problem is when we calculate these things, we do cost of products minus selling price. I laugh in Spanish. The problem is most of us don't calculate the profit margin in that product. And there are so many things that go into it that we don't know. For example, VAT. I'm not even going to ask how many of us pay VAT. Let me just keep quiet. But that's something that a lot of us don't pay attention to. And that thing is 7.5%, I believe. 7.5%. At some point, it adds up. Trust me, it adds up. So you need to understand where it's going to come from. Now, with e-commerce, I mentioned that logistics is very important. Now, because of that, you can see the price of logistics is moving mad. There are times when I'll send something to maybe I'm trying to is after so some of those places after Ekpe, you send something to maybe Akute, Igondo, all those places. That's when you will see your logistics partner will come back and say, Oga, that delivery is 6,000. Sorry, what? Me to ship something to Kano is 6,500. Just down the road here. If I throw stone, that's a lie. If I throw stone, I will not touch it. But but it's in the same state. I'm still paying 6,000. I'm still paying 6,500. Right? So logistics is crazy. And because of that, you want to have a fixed delivery cover as an e-commerce business. So here, typically, you can just take 2,000 off. Add that to the cost of the product. And then you now build your selling price. And then you identify your profit margin. That's how you want to do it. This fixed cover, it also is part of what you can leverage in your marketing, where you can offer free delivery to certain zones. You can offer subsidized delivery to certain zones. So that when people see these things, they're like, the delivery is cheap. Oh, yeah. Right? And they can have thresholds. So if somebody buys something of 300, it's only buy something of maybe 120,000, 150,000 free delivery nationwide, those kind of things. You want to have it covered in your products. So this is a product profit margin analysis. A lot of us e-commerce businesses, we don't look at these things. I've spoken to so many people. When I tell them, okay, how did you come up with this price? Once they speak, I honestly just get frustrated, guys. Let me just call it out. Let me put it out there. I honestly just get frustrated. And because time is so essential, you don't even know where to start, right? So that's your profit margin. Now let's go to the next one. Now here we have our ROAS calculator. So ROAS is basically return on ad spend. That's ROAS. There's so I was going to say there's ROI. There's ROI. There's ROI and there's ROAS. Okay. So ROI is return on investment. ROAS is return on ad spend. Basically, with your ROAS, you put $1 in, you want to get $4 back. I put 1 naira in, I want to get 4 naira back. That's your ROAS. Okay? Ideally, you want to have at least 4 back. What that means is, for every 1 naira I spend on Facebook advertising or Meta advertising, I want to get 4 naira back. That's a good ROAS. The reason why I say this is 1 naira is for the Facebook ads. Another naira is for the cost of product. So typically, your remaining 2 naira should be your profit. Typically. So that's why whenever you put 1 naira in, you want to have 4 naira back. Okay? Now, we have Meta, Google, and non-ads. So let me explain. When you put money into Meta, any form of paid advertising, you put your ad spend here, you put your revenue at the end of the month. If you build your store with something like Shopify, life will be very easy for you. You get your number at the end of the month, you put it here, you go to your ads manager dashboard, you put it here, and you're good to go. You get your ROAS automatically calculated in this particular calculator that I'm working with, right? That's how it works. Your Google ad spend. So if you are running paid search campaigns, if you are running, what's the other one again? YouTube. A lot of people don't know that you run YouTube from Google. So you're running YouTube ads, all of that. Revenue, ad spend. You get it from here. Then non-ad sales. So email marketing, Klaviyo, those WhatsApp people. This is where you add their own sales. You add your own sales. I'm telling you, it's a numbers game, guys. It's a numbers game. So this is where you add the sales. All of this you will find on your Shopify dashboard if you build with Shopify or WooCommerce, or if you have the manpower, you can have somebody that can be filling these things for you on a monthly basis. Then after that, you want to have your total revenue, total ad spend, and then ROAS. So all of this is summed. So this revenue from your Meta ad spend, revenue from Google, revenue from your non-ad spend, all of that is your total revenue, right? Your ad spend is Meta and Google. For your email marketing, depending on how many, depending on how many subscribers you have, it could be free. I know with MailChimp, I think your first 1,000 is free. If you're using a platform like SendFox, you pay that one-off cost, which SendFox get as it be. You pay that one-off cost, and it's also free. ConvertKit, same thing, right? WhatsApp is free. WhatsApp is free, but your cost of data and all of that, it will go somewhere else. All right. So that's your ROAS. So for this ROAS, for every 1 naira that's spent, you get 13 naira back. This is a very good ROAS, guys. This is very good ROAS. It's very, I even wrote it yourself. Ideal ROAS should be at least 4x. So if you get 13, man, you're in business. You are booming. You are booming. So that's your ROAS calculator. And then now this is your OPEX. So this is your OPEX calculator. OPEX is just basically operational expenses. Now with this, one thing I've noticed is, I don't know why, and to be fair, this is how I started. So it's not only you that makes this mistake. Well, it's not a mistake, Sha, but there are better ways to do it. We just want to be the one-man show. We want to keep all the money to ourselves. We want to do all the work. But the truth is, you can't scale. You can't. There's nothing you will do under the sun. You will not scale. One person cannot do it alone. So with the OPEX, you want to have your operations manager. This person is the person that will be doing your picking and packing, shipping, your supply chain. If you're getting your products from maybe China or something, that's what this person will be doing. Your content manager, anything social. Some of the things you might have to print. What goes on your website? Your email. Your email send outs weekly, bi-weekly. However you want to do it. This person is in charge of it. This business manager, ideally, it will be you as per CEO now. So you'll be doing that. You are the problem solver. That's all you do. You remember I told you during PDP, whenever you see problems, you should get excited. That's your work, to solve problems. It could be product research, operations, finances, all of that. People would like to call yourself CEO. I don't think I've ever called myself CEO before. And the reason why I don't call myself CEO is because it's a title that has more fluff than action. A business manager, what are you doing? You're managing the business. If the business is terrible, that means you're a terrible business manager. But yeah, if you want to call yourself CEO, by all means, go ahead. And then you want to have a marketing agency. This one is up to you. If you want to do it yourself. Mm-hmm. But typically, you want to have a marketing agency that you can put on on some sort of quarterly retainer. And these things are not as expensive as we think. We just don't think of the value in return. There are people that do this as their 9 to 5. The reason why you see businesses like MTN succeeding is because they have put certain things in place for people to succeed. People come in there, do what they love doing, and they succeed. But you want to do yourself. Now, legal is a very, very important aspect of e-commerce, especially online. I don't mess around with legal, man. You want to make sure everything is registered. If you need trademark, go for it. Get your trademark in place. You want to have all those things. When it's time for tax, you have your accounting. Well, it depends on where you are. When you are in the UK, it's a bit different. But when it comes to tax and all of that, you need to have that in place. Your website. Now, with websites, it's probably where you will spend most of your money because it's your online reputation, right? If you have a crappy website, you're gonna have a crappy conversion rate. That's just the honest truth. So this costing, I think I did this based on Shopify. Obviously, this costing is just placeholders. Ideally, this is your barest minimum, in my own opinion. You can't, if you want to, but again, it depends on your product. But yeah, ideally, when you're starting, you don't need to start with all these things. As per business manager, you will do everything yourself, which we all know. But let's just move on. So you have your website development. So if you want to develop the website yourself, like I said, in the next few weeks, I'm going to be doing a video on how you can build the website yourself. If you on YouTube where we are, you can find so many other places that will talk about how to build your website, all of that. Insurance is also important. You know, I just put here 5% of total value, which from the beginning we started with 99 million, right? So 5% of that will give you 4 million. Packaging materials. So your bag, your thank you card, your what's the other one again? You know, there's the first bag, and there's the big mailer bag, and there's thank you card. And some people, I don't know why they used to do this, but you have wrapping paper, then you have sticker. See, that's my problem with Nigerian businesses. Recycling, zero. Waste management, zero. 'Cause I don't know why you're packing so much paper. Don't worry, they're coming for you people, one by one. But anyways, that's for packaging materials. Typically, if everything goes according to plan, you need to replenish this at least 3 times in 1 year, depending on how many papers you are using. Now, UGC partnerships, we don't really enjoy these ones. Most Nigerians don't enjoy these ones because you have to pay somebody to make a video. You know, the hack that we use is we get our friends to make these videos, right? But at the end of the day, there's only so many friends you will get to wear your product or to use your product or to use your service to give you review. Only so many friends. Go and start to spend money. Go and start to spend money. When you start to spend money, the Lord said, I should have mercy. See, let me just leave you people. When it comes to recycling, that's another problem that I don't understand why we have. Like, we just use too much paper. But yeah, let's move on. So there's UGC partnerships where, you want to work with nano and micro influencers. You don't need to work with Messi Eke. Is that a surname? Hope I pronounced. How's that surname? Messi Eke now. Anyways, or Davido, that one, Chivido. You don't have to work with those guys. The one that your pocket can carry. Go and look for who you can work with, right? Then move on to digital toolkit and apps. So you have Canva, that your email marketing software. Some of them will charge you. Excel sheets. If you some of the software tools, if you have like a bookkeeping software, there's that as well. And then there's miscellaneous. So miscellaneous would be data, all those funny things that come up. If you get into a situation where you have some customs, it's called premium packaging. Okay, I'll leave you people. If you get into some of these custom issues, this is where your miscellaneous will come. Because the thing is, when you begin to succeed, you will see these things. The way I look at business, especially e-commerce, it's almost like playing GTA. I don't know if you guys know GTA, but that's honestly the truth. It's like playing GTA. It's like playing a game. That's the honest truth. It's literally like playing a game. So you will just notice that something must come up, and you can't get frustrated. You just keep on having fun. So there's that. Then I think I have the ROI calculator. Yeah. So now this is your ROI calculator. So we have the ROAS and we have ROI. So with ROAS is your return on ad spend. ROI is where you do your profit and loss analysis. All right. So here we have our total revenue. Now the good thing is from the person that whoever works on this sheet, once they pull data from revenue each month, it automatically adds here. So you don't need to do too much work. But you have your total revenue, total sales excluding VAT. You don't like paying VAT, but we'll continue to add VAT. Whether you like it or not, you must begin to pay VAT where you are. Then you have cost of goods. So cost of goods is basically the actual cost of the product, wherever it's coming from, landed in your warehouse. Guys, the cost is the cost of goods, product landed into your warehouse. If your parlor or your bedroom is your current warehouse, what is the cost of getting it from Tinubu market or from China or from Obodo Ibusha, wherever it is? What's the cost of buying the product, clearing the product, and delivering the product to your warehouse? That's your cost of goods. Your logistics spend, basically anything that you need to deliver, you need to ship, that's your logistics spend. Now, this is not fixed. Your own business might have a separate sort of setup when you do your own ROI. Operational expenses. So everything we're looking at in the OPEX planner, that's your operational expense. Advertising spend is not an operational expense. A lot of people think advertising spend is operational. And some people can argue that it is. But with online, advertising spend it's like fuel. If you don't advertise, ain't nobody buying your stuff. It's just simple, whether you like it or not. So I like to treat advertising spend as a different ball game entirely. And then repayment. So let's say you collected a bank loan or collected a loan from your parents or your friends or your business partner or something, or you got venture capital, whatever it is. You have a repayments plan, do you? If you do, this is where it comes in. And then this just automatically calculates your gross profit. Okay? When you now look at gross profit, you remove your tax. Again, tax is very important here, guys. So you remove your tax and then you have your net profit. So yeah, you have your turnover. I think below 25 million is 0% tax. 25 to 100 million is 20%, and above 100 million is 30%. This is solely dependent on federal tax. If your business is located in a particular state, that's a different ballgame entirely. So maybe pro tip, maybe you wouldn't register your business in that state. But yeah, let me tell you. What else is here? Then we have forecasting tool, which is one of my favorite tools. So yeah, we have a forecasting tool. Now, this particular tool, it lists out all the products that you sold. So let's say you have 6 products. You sold 600 of this, 1,000 of this, 676 of this, 278 of this, things like that. You have your RRP, total sales. Okay. Now, ideally, let's say we now see a 40% growth the next year, or we forecast a 40% growth. This is automatically added. So this is automatically added. So you know what to target. I've told you guys, with e-commerce, it is purely a numbers game. It is purely a numbers game. You play the numbers. Once you find the problem and you find the product that solves that problem with data that backs it up, it's just a numbers game. Nothing more, nothing less. You want to remove the personal opinion out of it and make everything data-led. That's one thing I love about e-commerce, It's so data-led. There are certain scenarios where you put some emotion into it, but to see success is data-led. Now, why in Nigeria, especially Nigeria, e-commerce is the perfect time to start e-commerce? Because now, not a lot of people are doing these things the right way. Some people are doing what they call e-commerce, but there's so much room for improvement. There's so much room for opportunity. Like, there's almost no ceiling at the moment. We've not gotten to that stage. I showed you where we have, at the moment, we probably have only 40% internet adoption. At the moment, we only have 40% of internet users in the whole of Nigeria. So that's why you can expect 40% growth. year-on-year growth. You know, some places that you say, oh, we can provide a 40% growth. They'll look at you like, are you mad? But in Nigeria, it's very, very, very possible because the number of people that you sell to in year one, and that's one thing I love about my country. Number of people that you sell to in year one, there I can make a bold claim because again, this has happened so many times in different businesses that I have built and I have helped build. You would see at least 30 to 40% of the people that patronize that business actively market that business. Word of mouth. Where did you get this from? Some people I saw online, though, send me their page. Boop. You know what? Let me know. Let me send you their number. And then those people, they will come into your WhatsApp and say, oh, so and so gave me your number. And then what would they say? Which I don't know why they used to say it. So say you will give me discount. I think pisses me off. But remember, your first time purchase, never try as much as possible to avoid giving a customer a discount. Because once you start, you will never stop. But yeah, so that's why these things are very, very possible. All right. So go away. Okay. So that's the EBS model. That's pretty much it. Now, when it comes to questions, when we were registering for this, I asked you guys to ask 2 questions, and these are the most common ones. So I'm just going to run through. I'm going to run through this. If you have any questions, please also drop in the chat. And I will ask. I really want to call this a day for us in the next maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes. All right. So yeah, number 1, how can I start? So if you have any questions, just drop in the chat. Once I'm done answering these questions, I will get to your questions. Let me just put this up here. Shegun says, so true. So true, man. So true. You know, Esther said it's premium packaging. You guys are wasting paper. Dilo said, have mercy on us, will change. You guys are wasting paper. That money that you used to, let me tell you a real life story. So we have a policy, right? All businesses that operate at the moment have a policy where maximum two forms of packaging, 1 bag and 1 thank you card. That's all. On the thank you cards, there is a QR code that brings you back to the website to tell you a very interesting story of, oh, I'm very happy for your purchase. Thank you so much. Your next purchase, this is on us. We have that already set up for us. Fantastic. The conversion rate is good. On our packaging bag, trust me, logo, name, address, finish. That money that we are spending on packaging materials, you can do so much more that is of more value, right? But yeah. So yeah, common questions. How can I start this with just my phone? So you have a phone. Because you have a phone, you're kind of limited to what you can do. So basically, you would be looking at creating content, definitely. When it comes to the analytical side of things, the Meta Ads Manager, they have their own app, which I use a lot, even though I always fight with the app. But yeah, Google Analytics has its own app as well. Shopify has its app. You can do a lot with Shopify's app. Yes, there's a lot you can do with your phone. It's not a limiting factor. The next one, how can I make money while living in Nigeria? I think I've already explained. I've already given you guys so many examples of how you can make money. Number 3, how to get started with Amazon. If you live in Nigeria, don't bother with this. You don't need this yet. Focus on the things you can climb, right? Don't get on a ladder where the next step is too high. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to yourself, right? So basically, I don't know. I think I have this very strong opinion where it's, in my own opinion, it's better for you to build your brand in Nigeria, right? Build your brand, build your own online branding, build your own website, create that custom look and feel. Begin to garner customers on there. Begin to collect that data, get all of that going. And then when you now have access to marketplaces, you're not starting from scratch. Because with marketplaces, if you start from scratch, what if they kick you out? If they kick you out, you're done for. I've not been directly involved, but I've seen businesses on Amazon where they woke up one morning and Amazon had kicked them out, and they had nothing else. Obviously Amazon is such a beast because typically Amazon.co.uk you can get like what 300 to 400 million visits a month. That's crazy. But at the end of the day, if none of those people buy from you directly, if Amazon shuts you down tomorrow, well, that's a heart attack. Oh. But yeah, it will not happen to us. What devices do I need to get started? Typically, I would say you want a laptop, good internet, good phone. You're good to go, man. What you see, the most important thing here is to have a mind that is always learning. Always have a mind that is always learning. Always have a mind that is always learning. Because the major downside of this digital marketing and e-commerce thing, guys, they always progress. They always move. It don't stop for nobody. It keeps moving. Bam, bam, bam. So you need to always make sure that you're moving with it. Most of the things I've told you, these are things that obviously I started in 2017. And I've progressed with these things. When we first started, if you know how easy it was to run ads, and it was so easy and it was so profitable because there was nobody else with us. There was nobody else. There was just very few people that knew what we were doing, or at least willing to learn. So everybody was just like, what are you doing? Clearly, what's this? So we're just having fun. But now everybody and these platforms, they've made running ads so simple. So now it's now a race to either price or quality, and that's where PDP comes in. So yeah, how to use SEO and AI, man. So just for context, SEO is search engine optimization. AI is artificial intelligence. So with SEO, it's a long-term play, right? And I think I said that earlier. So because it's a physical product, most of us, we sell physical products. So I wouldn't focus too much on SEO. And my problem is, at some point, these platforms will be able to read AI text or prompts very, very fast or very quickly. Now, people are building these platforms where it can humanize your AI information or context, all of that. But at the end of the day, AI will become so good that human context will be so hard to differentiate. So I don't know. Right now, my strategy is focusing a lot on video bank content. So make as much videos as possible that kind of explain things. The reason why I say videos is because we all expect videos. You guys have been here. We've been talking. This is almost 2 hours. We've been talking. We've been learning, and this is because it's video. It's easy for you to tell when somebody is bullshitting in a video. If it's text, it's easy. So that's my own approach to things. I'm very video led now. So organic content, things like that. How do I create leads the right way? PDP. Understand the problem, leverage the data that you have access to that explains why the problem is profitable, and then create the product and use and position the product where the people that the data told you need the product are. These questions that when I see things like create leads, it's like whenever somebody asks me that, oh, they need me to help them in their business, or they want me to work with them for the next XYZ. We do so much data crunching. We do so much data like mining before we even do anything else. We literally just spend like hours looking for how to ask the right questions. If you ask the right questions, you would always get the right answers. Like, guys, I'm just dropping gems. Jeez, I need to write that down. If you ask the right questions, you will get the right answers. All right. So how can I sell internationally, even with restrictions as in Nigeria? You see, this is a mindset problem. I'm so sorry to call you out on that, but that's a mindset problem. Because There are no restrictions to sell internationally. Spade is a spade. I told you I sent products to people in Russia. So what you on about? You know? So yeah, obviously there are restrictions. Maybe if you sell food stuff and all of that, there would be restrictions. But if that's the case, then you can't you can't sell it. You need to know what the government wants. And then, speaking of government, there are a lot of like, people might shit on me on this, but there are a lot of like government programs that are, they're just there. We just don't know about it. And to be fair, the government itself, they don't do a very good job of promoting these things because they don't want, what, Isha did there. Let me put it like that. Let me not put myself inside trouble. These programs are there. If you look for it, you will find it. PDP. How do I become visible without Instagram? If your business does not require Instagram, um, yeah, you become visible wherever it is you go to, I guess. If you carry a microphone and scream, you'll be visible. So so it is what it is. I would pose a question back and I would say, what platform is primary for your product or your service? So going back to PDP, where the data tells you where your customers are primarily looking for the solution to this problem. Make sure you're there. A plumber ideally would be more successful having a YouTube channel, and this is going to sound so weird. A plumber would be more successful having a YouTube channel and an Instagram channel than maybe anything else. Why do I say so? When you have a problem that you think you can solve, where do you go to? YouTube, right? That's the first place you go to. So think of that. Obviously, the next thing, if you don't want to go to YouTube, is Google. So the plumber should have a website that has the services, common problems, FAQs, DIY tutorials, things like that. The reason why I will throw Instagram in there is because Instagram is where the millennials are. Gen Z, they know they too get problems. If they get problem, they will call their millennial brother or sister or a millennial relative to solve it. Now we solve the problems now. Number 9 has seen life. Please be truthful. Does it require referral? More like until someone buys a course, I can't earn. Now the problem with courses is you people are the problem with courses. You buy courses that they don't back it up, and the human mind is so powerful. Our brains are so powerful. We know when somebody's telling us nonsense. We just like to find an excuse. That's what I'll say to that. That's me being truthful. And you don't require referral. I think I've spoken about a lot of things today that can get you started. So just go for it. How do you select? Hey, how do I select a successful niche? PDP guys, PDP and APC. Where do I start from and position myself for success? Okay. PDP. However, let me explain. Let me not just throw PDP out there. Where you want to start from. So you want to be in that position where the person looking to solve the problem that your product solves, right, is going to look for first. If going back to that plumber example, if somebody has a broken tap and they think they can solve it, where's the first place they will go to? YouTube, right? We're not in that situation where people go to TikTok yet. Let's not compare ourselves to the Westerners just yet. But yeah, so that's how you want to position yourself for success. And then also there's that bit of you making sure that when somebody I'm so tired. When somebody puts a search or a keyword or a particular word in Google, you come up. You also have that whole Google My Business setup and all of that. So that's how you position yourself for success. How do I incorporate email marketing to a business? Now, I want to say this in case we forgot or new people have joined. With email marketing, if you have the choice of collecting a customer's phone number or collecting their email address, please collect their phone number. I beg of you. Collect their phone number and save it. And tell them that you're going to save it. So they should save your own. The reason why I say this is ideally, a lot of us don't do this. because again, it's a lot of work. It sounds easy, but it's not. But ideally, every morning you want to post on your WhatsApp status. It's almost like breakfast, lunch, dinner. Your WhatsApp status should be breakfast, lunch, dinner. You know what? That's a BLD. That's the new framework I'll go from now. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You want to post something. Either you are posting products, you are posting behind the scenes, you are posting customer reviews. You want to make sure you're always posting something. And the reason why is because, again, we saw that data now. Let me look for it. We saw this now. 95%. We're all here now. We can't say this data is wrong, is a lie. This is facts. We all use WhatsApp. Oh, I wasn't in presenter mode, Seth. Let me make it bigger for you guys. We all use WhatsApp. So that's why. If you need to do email marketing, depending on the kind of business, let me get this thing back to. If you need to do email marketing, it's based on the kind of business that you do. But however, with email marketing, you have a lead magnet. So the lead magnet is, especially if you're a service-based business, the lead magnet is what you use to get people's emails. All right. You give them maybe a free template, a free tool, things like that. Once you get that lead magnet, you follow up with a series of emails, typically 3 to 5. Theoretically, they say 3 to 7, but 3 to 5. The reason why I say this is, if you send me more than 5 emails, I won't subscribe, man. Like, what's that? So I'll say 3 to 5. Now, in that 3 to 5, what do you want to put there? What's your business about? What are the common pain points? So the problems, the PDPs, they will answer this. The common pain points that the person that signed up for that newsletter, the person that signed for what are they looking for? You put that in an email. Any offers that you have, discounts, whatever it is, you put that also in an email. So those are like 2, 3, 4 different emails that you want to shoot out. And then after that, you do everything bi-weekly or once every month, just to let them know that this is what's happening. You want emails that you send out bi-weekly or monthly to be different from what you post on social media, so that they can begin to expect something different, and from there build a rapport. And then, if done right, you want a situation or a scenario where people can respond. I have people where I have a particular business where I send out emails and about 15% respond back. If I ask a question, 15% or 20% respond back. And from there, we can just chat the whole day. And before you know it, they will give me their money. They will just be ha money. That's how it works typically. So yeah. How to find products after using the PDP framework? That is a fantastic question. The person that asked that question, I wanted to send them an email and just like, I don't know, I wanted to do something for that person because that's a fantastic question. Now, once you have PDP sorted, you have what did I say? You have dropshipping, D2C, direct to consumer, or B2B services, right? That's 3. Let me start backward. With B2B services, it's either a skill set you already have or you can easily get access to. Okay? That's what you want to work with when you want to find products or services for B2B services. With direct to consumer products, most of it you would either have to create or buy. So when you want to create or buy, you then want to go and look for maybe China, Tinubu. You guys, you will be shocked how spending a very hot, sunny afternoon in Tinubu will be very productive for you. Just walking around, you'll be shocked the kind of things that people have that they're selling for ridiculously cheap prices that you can buy in bulk, go back home, package, and make bank. You'll be shocked. You'll be shocked. With dropshipping, man, dropshipping requires some level of luck to get right in Nigeria. And the reason why I say that is because if you succeed in dropshipping, there's a limit. At some point, you will plateau and you will come back down. No be swear. At some point, you just notice that a lot of people have joined you in that particular business and they've just messed it up. They did not keep your standard quality in check. They brought their own rubbish branding and they just watered down the whole thing. And because of that, you yourself, boom, you crash. But yeah, with dropshipping, same thing. You want to build good relationships with suppliers within the country. So if you have access to suppliers in Nigeria, some people say Alaba, again, Tinubu, Yaba, Ojuelegba. That's if you're in Lagos. If you're in Abuja, we know where we go to. So yeah, that's pretty much how you want to find these things. You can go the China route. It's just that you know the logistical nightmare that is waiting for you. So I'll leave you to make that decision. The UK route, the problem with going the UK or European route, the logistics is just ridiculous. And the funny thing is, these logistics guys, they make it sound so cool until you do the math. The cost of the products is maybe 30K. The shipping is 50K. The shipping is more expensive than the product itself. And you just notice that the math doesn't make sense. So yeah. How do I monetize my knowledge? There are different ways. There are different ways to monetize your knowledge. So for example, I have digital products, right? I have digital products where majority of them are programs. I don't have a course. The reason why I don't have a course is I want to be involved in the day to day. I want to be able to brag that you and I saw success together, right? That's typically how that's typically how I look at things. But there's coaching, there's courses, there's templates, there's worksheets, there's printables, there's stickers, there's photography and video, there's UGC. UGC is beginning to come up in Niger. I think I work with some people at the moment where I just work with them for UGC led content. That's all they do for me. They just provide me with UGC led content. But yeah, my own digital products, I have a digital millionaire. See, I didn't spell millionaire. Did I spell millionaire properly? I think an I is missing. Hey, and I went to school, expensive school. Sure. But yeah, I have a digital millionaire startup program where basically that's just from product discovery, PDP, all of that to launching a successful business. Basically, in your 90 days, you want to start making millions. That's what that particular program is for. Then there's the EBS program. That one is for those of us that are already doing like 30 million, but want to scale to 100 million. And then I have a very nice ebook, which again, it just talks about that Gen Z versus millennials, how to sell to these guys. Because at the moment, we are about 70% of the people that about 70% of the people that shop online. The boomers, the Gen X, they have the money. Let's call it spade a spade. They're the ones that actually have the money. But we also we spend some money as well. We shop and we're getting there. So this book just kind of shows you how to understand the buyer behavior. It kind of shows you what to do, how to position yourself, things like that. Yeah. So that's pretty much my own digital product ideas, and this is how I monetize my knowledge. What kind of skill set do you have that you can monetize as well, right? That's pretty much what I would say to that question. Um, so let me see what you guys have in the chat. Um, Lord said, how can we get the calculator spreadsheet? So if you get any of these programs, it comes with the spreadsheet automatically. It comes with the spreadsheet automatically because the way the spreadsheet works, if you notice, I've only put in placeholder numbers that work for me based on my own situation. You would then have to create a spreadsheet that works for your own situation. It's called premium packaging. I love it. What's happening here? I think it's because it's the UK. Here, if you don't package well, the chances of goods being tampered. That makes sense. That makes sense, but I still disagree. I still disagree because so now I actually disagree because you see, if you package, no matter how well you package your product, if your online reputation is not good, nothing is going to change. Nothing is going to work, right? Nothing is going to work. So there's that. As I said, Nigerian buyers like too much packaging. They want to show and feel among. So we give them packaging. Well, entire packaging makes it authentic and original. Good. Good. You want a boutique? That's amazing. That's amazing. Yep. So to be fair, I agree, but I also disagree. And the reason why I say this is the importance of recycling. So I think what happened was, maybe Chicken Republic, they don't sell in those styrofoam plastics anymore. I think they stopped selling in those styrofoam plastics, right? Now, the reason why they stopped that is because waste management and recycling is becoming a priority. You positioning yourself as a business that takes waste management and recycling, as an important element of your business, you immediately you stand out from so many people. I'm giving you guys game that I use, which is painful, but people don't. The thing is, you tell everybody what they do and they still don't do it. So I don't mind. But yeah, there are ways to twist it. There are ways to make it work for yourself. I'm a social media graphic designer and I manage. You've been focusing on the creative side alone. I think there's a follow up to this. Now trying to focus on the analytics side of things. Would you advise I learn social media marketing alone? Because what I've been doing, because that's what I've been doing, or digital marketing as a whole. So let me give you advice that I took. So I knew that I had to step up my data analytics game. Like I knew that for me to get to where I want to be and make the money I want to make, you need that's what e-commerce is a numbers game. I think I've said this maybe like 50 times already. And if you don't understand the numbers, you are wasting time. Honestly speaking, you are wasting time. The reason why I say this is once you understand the numbers, you immediately know how to structure your content. You immediately know how to structure a product. You immediately know how to structure your conversations. Like you know how to structure these things. That's how crazy it is. You know how to structure these things. So it's I don't even know, man. So I did what they call meta marketing analytics. I think I have a video on my page that talks about that. I did meta marketing analytics, and that really focused on marketing side of things, understanding ROAS, things like that. That's where I got that information from. Once you begin to play in the e-commerce space, you understand that digital marketing metrics is child's play, because when it comes to e-commerce, you're not looking at business metrics. So that's more of like data analytics and business analysis, because it needs to be profitable. So I'm going to challenge you to take it a step further. Learn the social media, learn the digital marketing, and then go and learn proper data analysis. And trust me, you'll be untouchable. Because from what I'm seeing, looking at your creative profile picture and all of that, the creative side, you have a good grasp of it. I said earlier, you want to look at your SWOT, your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Okay. If you have maximized the strength and you've gotten it to a very good level, it's time to move on and build up another thing and add to your arsenal. So hope that helps. Drop shipping is hard in Nigeria. Very hard. Very hard. People crack it sharp, but it's ridiculously hard. Which website? Which one? Which website are you talking about? Are you talking about my own website? If you're talking about my website, that's just myname.com. So that's daminiwilliams.com. I think there's a bit where it talks about if you want to watch this live. I don't know. Do you guys think I should leave this on my page? What do you guys think? Let me know if you want me to leave this on my page. Because I feel like there's so much information that we've gone through, and thank you so much. One thing I must do is one of the things I told myself in January. I am going to post and give value. I give so much value to people offline. It's just common sense that I bring that same energy online. So let me know if you want me to leave it on my page, and then we'll take it from there. Oh, this is amazing, man. This is amazing. If you don't mind a freelance role as graphic designer, please share your portfolio and see with me. Dan. Come on, Babanla. Look at that. My guy, I'm the people I got your manager. I love it. 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 So I should share my own CV. La 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 la. All right, guys. If you have any questions, please ask. Please ask. I'm just gonna stay here for another 5-10 minutes. 5 minutes. If I don't see any questions, we've got to call it a day. We have to call it today. Victor say yes, please. All right, cool. Let's see. Let's see. Only Victor is saying yes, so maybe you guys don't need it. Maybe you guys don't. Maybe you guys don't need it. Any questions, guys? Any questions, guys? If I oh my man. He say if I see your CV, I go remove him. Why now? You guys ask me questions, because chances are this is when like I can really take my time and respond. If not, we might have to go back to me creating what's it called? My 10-15 minute videos. I think I'm having another live stream next month. I'm trying to make this a monthly thing, but let's see how it goes. If I get a lot of promising feedback, I would love to make this a monthly thing, just so that we can do. Please learn digital marketing to scale up. Do I go for a degree or a course? That's a fantastic question, man. Let me share that. That's a fantastic question. So my opinion is, so it depends. We spoke about lab, right? So we spoke about learning, agency, and business. So I'm going to throw the question back to you. Do you want to start a business or you want to start a career in digital marketing? If you want to start a career in digital marketing, you want to have as many certifications as possible that are legitimate. So let me explain. Google certifications, SEMrush certifications, HubSpot Academy. I'm just running through the ones I have. So typically at the moment I have, I'm probably maybe like anomaly, but I probably have more than at least 50 certifications in digital marketing, and that's just today. Come next year, I'll probably have another 10 added to it. That's just the honest truth. So what I would suggest is, depending on if you want to go the business route, you don't need a course or degree or certification. Just start your business and begin to do the things that you learn in your business. So there's that. That's number one. If you want to do it as a career, you need those certifications, because when you apply for agencies, because you are very green, you don't know, you don't have any, even if you have case studies, you don't have real life or real world case studies. With those certifications, they will see that you're serious and then give you an opportunity. And once you get into the agency, you begin to work, get your hands dirty, pick up skills, leverage those theoretical knowledges into practical, and then you can only scale from there. So hope that helps, Victor. So it depends. If you're going the career route, definitely do a certification. Get a lot of certifications and then do a course, right? If you are going the business route, just start the business and get your hands dirty. All right, let's go to this. This is great. How do you handle a client with non-realistic goal? For example, a company reached out a few weeks ago. They want to introduce a new product. Okay, they want to introduce a new product, but the KPI was 1 million active users from July till October. So, it's not impossible. That's just the honest truth. Whatever you see, whatever anybody says, that's one thing I love about digital marketing. Yeah, whatever anybody says, it's not impossible. Oh. Very, very possible. Can you afford it though? Is the problem. When I started, we used to do a lot of influencer marketing campaigns where we used to moderate online trends and online conversations. So we just get like we just get like per campaign, you probably get like maybe 40 to 50 influencers talking about a particular topic with a particular hashtag, just trying to get that conversation ongoing and people naturally picking it up, right? And then you have like your assets, you have your content, you have no, so you have your they're all content, you have your written assets, so that's your tweets, all of that, and then you have your image and video content, you have your memes, you have all of that ready to go, ready to fly. And those we work with very big brands. We work with big FMCG brands, and it wasn't impossible. Like I said, these things are not impossible. If the person has the money to back it up, then get to work. I don't think it's impossible. But again, let me answer the question you asked. So you say, how do you handle a client with a non-realistic goal? Um, so typically how I manage this kind of situation is I build the scenario you want. The scenario you want of 1 million active users, I will build it for you. I will also give you a budget. I will take my time to let you see the benefits of doing that particular project. Even though I know that the budget is going to be a problem, I will actually build it out so you can see it. When you see it, I will then give you what is doable. The one thing that I learned from one of my coaches is you never say no. If it's ridiculous, fine. We all know it's ridiculous, but I will prove it to you why it's ridiculous, and then I will now show you what is possible. So you always want to have that sort of option one, option two approach. Where option one is what they want but they can't afford. Option two is what they can afford. So that way you kind of show them that yes, you mean business, you're a professional, and you know exactly what to do. Ah, they follow up. They cannot afford it, and the product is supposed to complete. Compete with both and have more riders, and they don't have website. Nah, this is nah. So yeah. There are a lot of red flags for what I'm seeing here. There are a lot of red flags. What used to happen back then when I was working in an agency is there are certain briefs you get where yeah, you just I don't know, man. You just say it's not working. You just have a conversation. I was an account manager, so you have a conversation with the brand manager or the category manager and just let them know that this thing for it to work, we need A, B, C, D, E. And then you have a very empathetic or empathic type of conversation where this is what's happening, no vex, but this can't work, that kind of thing. Okay, so Esther is saying, can we have access to the live stream? So that's one. Olumide is saying yes, so David is saying we do, please. Victor is saying yeah, it helped. Oh, this is our conversation. I think you were saying I should. You were saying I should leave it. Where is it? Yeah. So yes, please. All right. I just need two more yeses, and I'll leave you on my page, and then we'll call it a day, guys. All right. Thank you so much. Where is my? If you guys are following me on socials, right? So we can continue this our yarns there. Continue this our yarns there. There will be a next one. There will be a next one. I enjoyed myself. Hope you guys did as well. All right, then. Since there's nothing else, I'll be checking out. Thank you so much. I know it was a long one, but I hope you guys got a lot of value. Hope you guys enjoyed yourself. Hope you guys have learned something. Please, I beg of you. Let me make myself full screen. I beg of you guys, whatever you're doing, please, action. Action, guys. Please, action. You can go and watch my YouTube videos when I first started. They are rubbish. They're nonsense. But each time I made sure I was performing the action, And I would like to say that in a way I've improved. If you don't tell me, I'll tell myself. So yeah, everything we've spoken about today, please put in action. If you want to, if you want my support or you want to support, anyhow you want to do it, you can check my website. I typically have these three products live. The Digital Millionaire and EBS programs, it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. If you don't know where to start from, don't sign up for these things, because there are a lot of questions I will ask you, and I can be very intense. I'm very, very happy. I'm very, very calm. I'm in a fantastic mood, but I can be very intense. So if you know you're not ready, but yeah, the what's it called? Gen Z versus Millennials book, very good, very good. I've got some good reviews already coming in for those guys that already read it. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Esther is fine. It's okay. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it. Don't worry. I think you guys have manipulated me to leave it. All right. Have a great evening. Have a blessed weekend. Have a great week ahead as well. Please do perform action. Okay. Perform action. Don't forget lab, PDP, APC.